Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a quick update about the ANSWR Keratin Treatment that I applied to my hair about 7 months ago. So if you'd like to find out more, then just keep watching. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me for today's video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. In November of 2022, I applied my very first ANSWR Keratin treatment, and then I reapplied again in July of 2023. Now it's about time for me to apply the treatment again. I decided today that I wanted to straighten my hair. I straightened it a couple of days ago and I got a trim, although I told them that this side was a little bit longer, and it is still a little bit longer. They didn't even it up, but I digress. I thought today would be a good day for me to give you guys an update on what my hair looks like and how it's been going since I have now had this keratin treatment for about 7 months. I posted the last video where I applied the treatment on July 8th. Somewhere during the first week of July would have been when I actually applied the keratin treatment, and it is now the first week of February, so about 7 months. This is what my hair looks like at the point where I'm kind of feeling like it's getting time for me to reapply the treatment. So for me, this lasts a pretty long time. I only really need to apply this treatment a couple of times a year. I think that's fantastic. I think that on their website they may say to reapply every couple of months, but for me, I just don't need to apply my treatment that often. I typically wear my hair curly more than I wear it straight. I wanted to be able to wear my hair straight easier than previously before I applied my very first keratin treatment. It was just always difficult for me to blow dry my hair and straighten it, and it took so long. No matter what the tool was I used, it took a long time to straighten my hair, and you know, the humidity and elements would cause it to kind of poof up, and you know, it was just a lot of work to straighten my hair before I got the keratin treatment. So I decided to try keratin to see if that would make it easier for me to be able to straighten it whenever I decided that I wanted to. I would be able to do it a lot faster, and that has been a lifesaver for me. It will change your curl pattern. So if you have curly hair and you love your curls the way that they are, if you apply this keratin treatment, and I have applied another keratin treatment, if you apply a keratin treatment, typically it is going to change your curl pattern. It may take a long time for your curl pattern to return. Ever since I applied my very first keratin treatment, I have not seen my curls return to the very, you know, tight, full, kinky curls that I had before. Now I have more of a loose wave whenever my hair is curly. So I just want to give you guys that disclaimer. So I have been using the ANSWR Keratin treatment, and I do have a discount code for this keratin treatment that will save you 15%, and it is an affiliate code. They sent me this the very first time that I tried it. They sent it to me to review and to film a video for them, and I have repurchased it once or twice since receiving that very first kit. So this is one of the individual keratin treatments. This is the one that I will be using when I get ready to apply the treatment to my hair again. And it comes in a bottle like this. And I do have a couple of videos applying this product here on my channel, so I will link a playlist of those videos down in the description. So it comes in this bottle, and you would use the entire bottle, and depending on the length of your hair, you may not need the entire bottle. If your hair is longer, you may need more than one bottle. One bottle is enough for my texture of hair and for the length of my hair for me to get the results that I want. So you can purchase this treatment in an individual box like this, or you can purchase the kit that comes with a shampoo, conditioner, the treatment, as well as the flyaway gel, which is what came in the kit that I got. So you have to check the website to see what's available there, but you do have the option to buy other products other than just the treatment. I'll link all of that information down below if you want to find out more about the treatment itself. So my experience with this treatment has been wonderful, which is why I have reapplied it as many times as I have. It is so easy. It is very comfortable. It doesn't contain formaldehyde. You don't have to ventilate the room. It is very simple to spray and saturate your hair. You will rinse that product out. Then you will blow dry your hair and you will straighten your hair. And I think it maybe requires about 7 passes. And the temperature has to be a pretty high temperature, but all of that information will be with the product. And you will seal that keratin into your hair using that number of passes. It takes some time to complete the entire process. The last time I did it, I broke it up into 2 days. The first day, I clarify shampooed my hair to get any residual products out of my hair. I applied a semi-permanent hair color because oftentimes if you do that before keratin, it will allow the color to stay in your hair longer. I do believe that is true. It does last a little bit longer before the keratin treatment. And then I allowed my hair to air dry. Then the following day, I applied the treatment to my hair, rinsed it out, and sealed it in. So it was just a little easier to break up the steps. It didn't make for such a long day. But you do have to have some time available to complete the process. And it's just very important that you follow all of the steps in order to get the best results. So just make sure that you don't kind of shortcut anything, or you might not get the results that you're looking for. So this is what my hair looks like after 7 months. And what I can say as far as the difference now between now and when I initially apply the keratin treatment is when you first apply the treatment, your hair is going to be super straight. It is very shiny. And for me, I'm not able to wear my hair curly in the initial weeks. It takes me about 3 weeks before I'm able to wear my hair wavy again. And then my waves are very loose. Oftentimes the roots of my hair are straighter and it'll be kind of a loose wave on the ends, and I'm able to wear it that way and not look ridiculous. But for at least 2 to 3 weeks, I will wear it straight every day because my hair won't really curl the way that I would like for it to. But the straight is very simple to achieve, and it is very straight and it's silky and it is shiny and it's beautiful initially. After 7 months, it's still easier to straighten my hair now than when I don't have a keratin treatment, but it does take me a little bit longer to achieve the results. So I have to kind of go over my hair with more passes to get my hair to be as straight as I want it to be. That's one of the reasons I know it's time for me to reapply the treatment. Another thing that I notice is my curls do begin to return and I start to get shrinkage. And I don't always get shrinkage at the exact same rate. So over on this side of my hair may be curlier and it may shrink more, and on this side it may be looser and straighter. So when it starts to do that and I'm kind of looking a little lopsided, I will tend to go ahead and reapply the treatment. So I may wait another couple weeks or few weeks to do it, but pretty soon I will apply my keratin treatment. The results are still beautiful. My hair is still really pretty and straight. I'm able to straighten it and not spend too much time on it. But like the ends are a little bit more full and it's not as slick as it normally is right after the treatment has been applied. I oftentimes will get the question, how long does this last? I will get that question in the comments, and I wanted you all to see it lasts a long time on my hair. Now, depending on your texture of hair, that might not be the results for you, or depending on how you apply it. Do you do the 7 passes? Because some people are really concerned about the heat and concerned about how many passes, and so I think people shortcut there and they won't do the high level of heat that they're supposed to do, or they won't do the number of passes that they need to do, and then they don't get the results. I haven't had any issues when doing that. I also get questions like, have you experienced any breakage? To my knowledge, I haven't. I feel like my hair is about the length that it normally is. Before I ever applied a keratin treatment, maybe my hair was longer and thicker because it wasn't kind of slicked, you know, from the treatment. It was a little thicker probably before I applied my very first keratin treatment. But I'm also getting older with every year, and as you age, your hair tends to not remain as full as it was 10 years ago and 20 years ago. And before the keratin treatment was several years ago. So it's hard to tell if keratin has that effect or not. I do tend to shed hair, but I used to shed hair before keratin as well. So I don't know that keratin has caused my hair to shed anymore, because I'm just a shedder. But I do shed. My hair does shed sometimes. Overall, it just seems to do well. As I said, this side of my hair tends to grow longer for some reason than the other. I don't know why, but it does. I don't know that that has anything to do with the keratin. My hair is still pretty long, and not having any issues. To get my hair just to bump this little bit with a straightener, just to get these little curls right here, I had to straighten it and bump the ends and then do it multiple times. So my experience has not been that I've been able to really get my hair to hold a curl. Now maybe if I use a curling wand or a curling iron, maybe I would be able to get a better curl than trying to curl with my flat iron or my straightener. But because I am wanting to wear my hair straight anyway, it doesn't really matter to me. But if you're looking for your hair to be able to curl, I can't promise you that you'll get that. You may just have straight hair. It may just be straight. So the most you might be able to do is kind of bend the ends a little bit there. So anyway, another thing that I wanted to do is just to tell you guys really quickly the products that I used on my hair today. I didn't use my Fentgo dryer, and I will link it down below. However, I'll link it down below. But I filmed a video trying out this dryer, which is the Fentgo dryer, and I really like how my hair dries when I use that dryer. And I let my hair air dry last night, and I also feel like that was one of the reasons why I had more trouble getting it to straighten today, because when I dry my hair immediately with that dryer, it's always easier for me to straighten my hair. But I didn't use it last night, but I will link it, because having a really good blow dryer does help achieve better results when you are straightening your hair. I used this SinglePass X straightener, and they no longer sell this particular straightener. This is from T3, and it is a pricey one, but they do sell others. I will link the straightener that is most similar to this one. I like that it has the wide paddles. That's one of the things I really like, and it just gives you really smooth hair. So I always kind of brag about this. I also have another straightener that I use whenever I am sealing in the keratin, because it gets a little hotter, and you can get that one from Amazon. So I will link that straightener as well if you're looking for a more affordable option. But I really love the T3 SinglePass X straightener. Whenever this one dies, I will replace it with whatever is on the market from T3 at that time. To shampoo my hair, I use the GK hair taming system. It is for color protection, and I used the moisturizing shampoo and conditioner. These were sent to me, but they are so good, so I use that. Any products that you see that were sent to me, I've already fulfilled my requirement for those products, but I still use them because they're good. I really fell in love with this GK serum. It's hair taming system serum. It is so good. It gives you the silkiest hair. It is so good. If I applied it again right now, you'd be able to tell how silky it makes your hair look. So this is really a great serum. I love that. And I also have a little bit of my Jisoo honey infused hair oil. As you can tell, I'm down to the end of this, and there's a dropper here. But I now am at the point where I'm having to pour it out. But I'm at the end, and I have another one in the mini on standby. But I really enjoy this oil, so I applied that when I was straightening my hair. I used the Design Essentials Diamond Oil Sheen kind of as a finishing spray, and I also use the Oribe Superfine Hairspray. I love this hairspray. So happy I discovered it. It gives you a nice hold, but it is combable, so you can go back and comb it after. It's not too stiff, so I really like that. It's time for me to get another one of these. But I also use the Cream of Nature Argan Oil Perfect Edges as my edge control. Those are the products that I used on my hair when creating today's look. So please make sure you check out my other videos here on my channel if you want to see me apply the keratin and give further explanation about the ANSWR product. I'm going to give you guys this heads up. This product is sold in the UK and it takes a while for you to receive your product. I will have people comment back in my videos like, oh, I still haven't gotten it. It's been a couple of weeks. I also notice with my affiliate code that sometimes orders are canceled. So I don't know if that's because they find out it's going to take a while for them to receive it. I think that sometimes their products may sell out and they'll tell you that you may have to wait to receive it. And so then people don't want to wait and they'll cancel the order. I think that that sometimes is happening. But if you are patient and you're not in a huge hurry, it's worth it. When I got mine, of course, I was reviewing it the first time, and so I got it pretty quickly, maybe a couple weeks. And I purchased it, and they wouldn't have known that it was me repurchasing the product, and it only took a couple weeks, I think, for me to get it. So I didn't have to wait that long for me to receive the product here in the US, and I am in North Carolina. I don't know why it sometimes takes longer for other people, unless it's just that they are constantly trying to restock their product. It's a pretty popular keratin treatment, and other people who have commented that they purchased this treatment after watching my video rave about the results that they received. They're like hooked. So I just keep bragging about it because it has just made my life so much easier to have this, and it is easy to apply. You're not going to get like a huge reaction on your hair. If you agitate your scalp, you may get some tingling. So be very gentle on your scalp prior to applying this treatment. But for the most part, the treatment is very easy to apply. My scalp isn't tender as a result. The best part is it doesn't have formaldehyde, and I don't have to ventilate my room when applying it, because previously I've had to wear a mask and ventilate my room to apply a keratin treatment that has formaldehyde in it. So love this. Love this. So that's it, guys. That's probably not as quick of a video as I thought it was going to be. I wanted to just come back and show you guys what my hair looks like 7 months later. Very good. Very good. I can't complain. So I hope that you all have enjoyed today's video and found it to be helpful. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will respond. And if you've not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button before you leave. So I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next video. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy signing out.